Cool, we got PlayStations.
Yellow Delta sector is under our control. US troops assaulting all of our objectives. We control most sectors on the battlefield.
Stinky Pete. Choking on a toothbrush.
Watch out! 280 degrees! 60 meters from my position! Traffic in Delta sector. Danger look! Belay marking a hostile, cancel that! Move out to that marker! We need to move out there! Hostile helicopter, 310 degrees! Too far to judge! Target capture. Beginning attack. Disregard. Spotted a hostile tank. 240 degrees. About 70 meters from your position. Ignore that. Onward. 270 degrees. 90 meters. Danger look. Forget it. Marking the hostile. Strength diminished. We're drawing on reinforcements. What's our situation? The enemy's taking a hold of this Degrees, 40 meters away from my position.
I didn't know that was the other nigga died. I really did.
We've lost control of our objective. Stop the US forces from conquering every sector. Now attacking Belgorod. We can spend half our resources. Control Echo Sector.
Requesting Ranger drone, drop on my marker.
Message received.
Troop spotted, 250 degrees, too far to judge. Let's bomb on the road. Ranger, hit to my marker. Get out there.
Spotted a hostile, 270 degrees, 50 meters from your position. Tango on my mark. Right marked. Need transport on my position. Tracking hostile Ranger, 270 degrees, like 70 meters from your position. Danger located. Our tactics are showing some success. Enemy forces are growing weaker. We need to move out there. We have complete control of Delta Sector. One of our objectives is under attack. Caution around the marker.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Head up to ignore that.
Danger, 200, 60 meters away from my position.
You just want to kick them, I know.
We have secured Charlie Sector.
Put on that thing. Just bro. There's two of them. I told you, turn the bathroom light on, bro. Turn all the other lights on, turn the bathroom light on.
Enemy forces are getting out of water. you. Use the rifle. Alpha sector is out.
One down!
Enemy attempting to capture Alpha 1.
Grenade to them!
Not the US forces will conquer every sector.
Nathan!
All troops fall back. We've lost the battle.
Yeah, because this is just it have to be okay. I can explain how it works. You got 30 years to fucking pay out something. So it's our work price range is not in the contract pretty much with the owner. So it would be much easier.
Actually walks you through step by step how to make those connections and go specifically financially. Let's find those opportunities. Let's find kid interviews. Let's land the gig. And I think that's it. Let's land a job.
Nigga, your hand.
I'll just add to that. Let's take it back in.
Your hand again. Your hand.
Get the job. Then go for 6 months. Then during that 6 months, start looking for jobs. Don't take your time.
High five. I like how you tried to predict my pattern and I switched it right as you tried to predict it.
In the new job, in the new
Cha-cha.
city, take your time.
Did you see what he just did?
When you see the right thing,
Okay, so I was going left or right. I'm like, fuck it, let me go further left. And he put his hand over there. He tried to guess he got the pattern. Boom, 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 boom. But when I switched it, we both switched at the same time. So he tried to guess it when I tried to throw him off. You smart. You're so smart.
you are the hero in your life.
You're drinking your milk out of your new cup. Don't let the dog chew your cup.
Solutions broadcasting from the Dollar Car Rental Studios. It's the Bill Ramsey Show. We're Dennis Collins. Cash is king. Paid off home mortgage has switched in place of the BMW, as is the status symbol of choice. I'm Dave Ramsey. Anthony O'Neill, #1 best-selling author and Ramsey personality. Today here on the Ramsey Show. It's about your life and your money. We've done it.
Tango down, not moving! Text 140 degrees, about 300 meters.
Troop spotted. 140 degrees. 170 meters away. They're on the tank. Forget it. We need to move out there.
so many arguments you always hear over and over again. Like, when you rent, you're paying someone else's money.
Chopper spotted, 120 degrees, 300 meters.
You're just paying interest in the bank. You live in a house, you've got 30 years, or you just in a house for 15 years to know exactly what the house is worth. It
could be worse. So, what we know is the bank's going to make 6%. The bank's going to make 6% on the loan.
Move up to that marker.
So I don't know what that number is, 180%. So that means your house has to go up 180%. No. The down payment has to go up 180% for you to ever catch up with.
Russians have lost strength. The cracks are showing.
Take all the math away. If they don't pay you, why are you doing this? I don't want to pay for something. Now, the other argument that I know you guys, well, you got to let something. It doesn't mean you need a 30. It doesn't mean you need to live in the same house for 30 years. So it'd be like buying a car.
Hostile infantry, 130 degrees, distance 300 meters.
People that are rent clothes, they're going to rent furniture, they're going to rent cars. We're not going to this car for 7 years.
Yeah, I lease all my cars. I rent all my homes.
Yep.
And all the money I make in my business, I invest. For me, it's in the stock market. For me, real estate is the same type of concept.
Yeah. For me, like, if I'm a coward, you're much more ambitious when it comes to investing than I am. Like, when you're a coward, like, I have to have it. For me too. That's why I don't buy Bitcoin. Because I don't buy Bitcoin because it's like, maybe if you wanted to get Bitcoin, I'll take it and sit on it. But gold. Okay, I need income. I want income. I don't care how much income it is. The more income, the better it is. Because I want enough income. This is called economic.
Up to that marker. Belay that.
You want enough passive income.
Spotted a hostile, 120 degrees, 90 meters away. Hostile located.
And until you have passive money to
Get up there.
people shouldn't buy dumb shit. So like Floyd Mayweather, he goes out and earns whatever $300 million, and then he spends the $300. He shouldn't do that. He should pay the $300, pay the taxes because he's getting taxed at 53%, 46% because he lives in California. So he's getting taxed at 50%. He should take another $150 million, invest it into something that pays him every month, and then go buy good shit.
Head up to the marker.
And he could. But we should spend it out of tax
That's all marker goes. Good luck. Excellent achievement. Picking them up. Best guess, we're halfway home. Come on, move over the combat area. I see that front wall. 18 degrees. Come on,
Able to launch, looking for pickup.
Real estate mogul, best-selling
No, I never mentioned that because I think that
you said hit that ballpark 4 times.
Okay, all right. So I have control of $1.2 billion worth of real estate. That will become $10 billion. 100% confident that we'll take that thing to $10 billion. So I don't know what that is from that first standpoint, but there'll be plenty of money to take care of life's challenges.
$1.2 billion real estate. And I guess it's like 4,000 units.
It's almost 7,000 units since you read that deal. So we're rolling every day.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Me personally, I'm a stock guy.
Don't wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
Go.
what I push.
Yeah.
But I can completely respect what people do. And that's how I
Yeah, Chad, I just don't understand science, right? I don't understand a piece of paper. My argument is,
I get it. 80 degrees. Cancel that. Hostile party.
That's the song you made, Carlo.
Where'd you go?
I grew up in Lake Charles, Louisiana. There's a, I guess it was 7 of us. My dad, both from Italian parents that came over on the boat. And my dad was, he was a stockbroker, actually. I'll tell you something really funny. My dad was a stockbroker in his high school career where he died. He died at 52 years old. I was 10. He was a stockbroker, and on the weekends, he would take the family he didn't real estate. How about that oxymoron? I'm like, Whitman, you're a stock guy. On the weekends, why aren't we studying stocks? Why are you out shopping for real estate? So,
Okay, and your dad died when you were 10.
yeah, we were the youngest. My twin brother and I was 10. So they he was the sole household, so like the king, the provider. So he died. And my mom in situations where she was back in the 50s, 60s, she's an housewife. She didn't know how to get money. She didn't know how to get money in. So we met this family unit with 12 people. If there was already fear in the country related to this, it escalated to like, okay, she sold a house the next week. The house he had paid for, she sold it all for me. She knew she couldn't keep it. She cashed out the death insurance. Life insurance.
We need to raise it before you get
Cashed
to
the
this
money,
one.
grabbed all the money she could, just trying to figure out.
Raise it, hate him on Marker.
These kids eating every day, with people who are on their head. So, that environment, I think, has a lot to do with mine. I've been trying to figure out my own things. I'm just not running up lunch. So, but I'm not worried. Every second of every day.
Okay, so here you go. I'm 10 years old. And everything is going
I need supplies.
Dad is to sell the house. And she doesn't have a career, so she can't just come back to the workplace because she doesn't have a house. And I'm always stressed out.
Well, I think what's happening, even as a 10-year-old, my mom should have been able to reach. I was there's this elderly lady.
What shit is activated?
Have you ever, did any family ever loses a friend? Or even 2008, 2007, the entire country was in a mass the fact that my mom had downsized the house, she did the right thing. I don't think that she injured. I think she did the right thing. She got as fast as she could.
Return to the engagement area.
It is the right thing to do. She's done that. So it's all not. This battle is won.
Shane's going to do that. That's going to bring money in. Doesn't mean the assets are paid for. But fortunately, it's still in place to live. So, yeah, I think everybody can.
That was the pumpkin
But
patch
you guys did
sticker.
high
I can't
school.
believe the state of the drug sticker
Yeah, so, yeah.
is still
So,
100%.
and, you know, and I'm getting the pitch every day that watching my dad left in the life insurance plan, she could literally manage.
Niggas said it recognized the rape for funny. The computer people got a type. I don't know why they don't got fucking mics with
She's
the
watching
niggas
them every day.
said.
All the stocks back. She was also earning 8 to 10% at the bank on the cash that my dad had. And
Yes.
again, this is back in the day.
Hey Siri, Arthur.
Sorry, I couldn't find Arthur in your contacts.
Wow.
She's worried about the plumber, the
Arthur.
contractor, the car dealer, anybody that she has to do business with. She's terrified. She's certain that they're going to rip her off. She didn't know anything. You know, when you don't know anything, as you know, you're worried about everybody, you know, pulling the wool over your eyes and charging you too much. Again, the missing piece as I look back was there was no income coming in.
If you wanted to catch up, and Pediasure is clinically proven to help kids grow. Pediasure, nutrition for immune support.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
never know what
gonna
the
be
fuck
stealing
that
this
is.
priceless gem. Not even a Spider-Man. Is this it? Is this the day I use my superpowers for my own personal gain? Yeah, fucking why not? Everything I do for the city. I mean, I deserve a little something myself, right? Oh my god, look at that big, honking, shiny-ass gem. What the fuck? Who dumped all this shit on the ground?
Bro, it's hardcore mode. You just really shot me out the fucking. They just shot me out the air and we on the same fucking
This guy,
team.
new lasers. Come on, take him out, Frank. Shoot him in the fucking face. Oh no, he's gonna get out the window. Fuck, I just
That's some
opened it.
gay ass
You
shit.
idiot, go that way. What about the lasers? Oh, look, a glass cover that I could easily pick up with my hand. Nope. Shine white.
Parker, what the hell is this supposed to be?
Just turning in my photos for the day, Mr. Jameson.
Oh, God, I told you to get me a photo of Spider-Man in action, not putting together IKEA furniture. The other day, I did find
Still
this
there.
photo processed, and I gotta tell you, I like what I see here, Peter. This is front page news. Spider-Man 006. Parker, how about you do yourself a favor and sign right here? Release these photos to the public. You'd be an idiot not to. These photos are worth billions.
Oh, fuck. Caught in my own sticky game with flies. And now for my next trick, I will make this plate of hors d'oeuvres disappear. This magic shit
My
is so
computer
wet.
keep killing me, dog.
Parker's. Like, you know it's fake, right? Yeah, I know magic's not real. And now, for my finale, I will read the mind of someone in the audience. Yes, I see someone now who's a boy, a man with great power and responsibility and stuff, and with superhuman strength. Oh God, like a secret identity. This man is sitting in row KC12. See, I told you this shit was fake. What do you need this from your position? God damn it, that was my right home.
Parker, you always submit the weirdest fucking photos.
Jonah, trust me, he's a real bad guy.
He's just some random guy in a Halloween costume.
Oh, what up, Mr. Jonah Jameson? I got an update on your appointments today. Sup, Betty? Oh, what's good, Double P? You already know. Shit, I feel you.
Alright, that's enough, you two. What do we got here?
Oh, this ain't no thing. Just a few appointments I had to move around for you, and some note from the Green Goblin or some shit like that.
It says here, I, the Green Goblin, have brutally murdered the wife of Jonah J.
Oh my God, Jonah, I'm so sorry. But Hey, babe, what you trying to do tonight? But you know I'm trying to turn up. You always turn. That's why. Jimmy, you're soon now.
I can't lie. He's sweet. He doesn't believe me. He's not.
Ah, yes, here it is. Huckleberry Finn. Oh my God, Mark Twain. So many N-words with hard R's.
It's the Spider-Man.
Happy Halloween, fuckface. Stand still. Yeah, says the guy dressed up as a fucking spider.
Hey, Siri!
You're gay. Hey, who told you about that?
You're not Siri, right?
Siri!
Oh my God.
I gotta give it to you, Mr. Glencore, but I've
everywhere.
never seen a resume this impressive. I gotta hire you on the spot to work at the Daily Bugle. It's a great responsibility. It is a newspaper that has always been trusted by the people.
Okay,
it is
no,
for the people.
back to what
It
I
is
was
up to us
talking about.
to continue its legacy.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. How much do I get paid?
We're gonna start you off at $5 an hour.
Metro.
Well, that fucking sucks.
Charlie Brock, other effect.
Fucking curtains. What's going on?
Take this.
Whoa. Heard you like doing pit.
There's a new way to raise your FICO score instantly. HBO or Disney Plus payments.
Oh my. I can't do this.
Who's going on objective?
I don't know this fucking map. I'll make my own lobby.
There's
Fuck
only two
that.
options. You can work a secure job and get stuck in the rat race and slave your life away working for someone else while only earning a measly hourly wage. Or you have to take all this risk and invest tons of money, tons of time and hard work to go and start a business on your own and possibly lose everything. But what if there was a third option? Something that has the best of both worlds. One where you could have the freedom and lifestyle of a business owner while maintaining the security of a job. Where you have total control of your schedule and income while working remotely. Whether that's from home or traveling the world. My name is Sam Martin. I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this for yourself because I've done it. You see, when I was 19 years old, I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I didn't know anything about business. I didn't have any connections, and I had no money to start with. But I didn't want to go the traditional route where I have to work a regular job and get stuck working my life away. For some position, I wasn't even excited about long term, but I discovered this unique skill that you can use to get the lifestyle of a business owner while maintaining the security of a job. And using this skill, I was able to make $364,000 by the age of 20 without going to college or starting a business. I didn't have any prior experience or knowledge in the space. And the craziest part about this is nobody even knows these opportunities exist. So I just put together a short training video where I'll go through step by step how I was able to achieve these incredible results and how anyone can implement these to start making money with this right away. So if that sounds good to you and you want to do the same thing, put everything on hold and take the next few minutes to watch this video that I recorded for you on the next page. Inside, you're going to learn everything you need to know about this unique skill, why it's so valuable, especially right now, and how I and dozens of my students have used this to make 6 figures or more. So go ahead, click the link right now, and I'll see you inside.
Possible to buy a home without having any credit whatsoever. And no, I do not mean, for example, grab a wad of cash and go and say, hey, I'm paying cash, I have no credit, because basically that is very unlikely because right now, by the way, real estate is very expensive, around like $200,000 for the average home price, which is insane. However, though, I mean, how do you get a mortgage like a normal person, except in this case, you don't have any credit whatsoever? How do you do it? And by the way, I grew up thinking, for example, you needed credit literally for everything. Buying a car, buying your home. But in reality, I understood that having a fancy credit score and having credit in reality are two very different things. I understood this when basically I said, hey, what does a lender really care about? And in reality, it's just 3 things. They care about basically you making on-time payments, them making their profits, and then lastly, them getting the capital back in a safe manner. So in reality, if you're able to do that, you'll be solid. And remember, a credit score is just a history of how you manage payments and debt and all that stuff. And although you might not have any credit, there are other ways to actually prove, hey, I actually pay on time because I have this history, and this history. And I'll break all that down in this video right here. So how do you get a mortgage without credit? You'll find out ASAP. By the way, if you're new here, I post videos on credits, buying homes, on real estate, and on top of that also investing. So if you like that stuff, go ahead and stay tuned to the channel and hit the bell so you
Pretty much they went up on the price. If you listen, it went up on the price of everybody's house this year. A lot of people might be wanting to sell their shit.
Now, the very first thing, guys, obviously,
take a week.
One of the easiest methods to buy a home without any credit is going to be cash. However, this video is not about this. Let's be honest. It's going to take you a very long time to save $200,000 to then buy a property, and while you're saving up that money, you're still paying rent. Basically, money going down in bucket after a certain point. You're always going to use a rent to buy.
Push the enemy back sector by sector and destroy the objectives.
It's more expensive than actually owning a home. However, that's not the video title for this video. So stick around to exactly how do you buy a home without having any credit. Now, the very first thing is this, guys. Because you don't have, for example, a credit score, whenever you go to a bank, usually you're going to ask you for a credit score. However, certain banks do not require you to actually have a credit score. They actually do something called manual underwriting, meaning they take a look at your rent payments, utility payments, and also insurance payments, and basically use that to create a profile and actually try to qualify you for a mortgage. Remember, okay, a credit score, credit history, is just basically a history of how you manage debt, okay, or how you manage payments. And you've been managing payments in the real world, although you haven't been getting into debt whatsoever. Remember also, there is a difference from having a low credit score and, for example, having no credit score. A low credit score usually means, hey, I've been a little bit irresponsible. However, no credit score means, hey, I've just been avoiding debt, not really getting into debt whatsoever. I've been doing things my own way. So this person right here with no credit score is fine. But the person with no credit score, well, with a low credit score, that's the person that might be in trouble because you're going to show that lender, hey, I'm actually not that great with money. I've actually made missed payments. I'm actually on collection. I have charge-offs. That is what's going to make things very hard for you. However, towards the end of the video, I'll tell you exactly how to kind of like handle this to make sure you're going to be okay. Now, it is very important you guys understand exactly how credit actually works, although you might not even have a credit score. Remember, you have credit history, a credit report, and also a credit score. Now, the way I think about this, make it very easy, is kind of like being back in high school or being back in middle school or college, whatever it is. If you guys remember, you had individual grades for each class. Math class, science class, trigonometry, whatever it was. But then, at the end of the school, was it semester? When did you get this stuff? I don't even know. But at the end of the year, most likely the semester, you got, for example, a report card, right? And then lastly, you also got a GPA. So overall, the credit history is going to be, hey, here's how this person manages their debt. They made payments over here. They have this debt right here. Here's how much they have to go over here. That's your credit history. However, though, your entire credit report is going to compile all the information that you actually have, for example, in your credit history. The income tax, insurance union, and lastly, also the experience. Okay, those right there are the three credit bureaus.
Your orders are to destroy the objectives, force the enemy to retreat, and secure the sectors.
And lastly, your credit score. All the information to give you, for example, a number. Now remember, there are 5 main factors when it comes to your credit score. Now, 5 main factors are basically, for example, your credit history.
I'd like to share with you is coming up on my masterclass. It's called Business Credit Card.
Charge has been
I'm
armed.
going to share with you how to obtain $250,000 worth of business credit cards. Don't charge this money without having to show commercials. And many of our students have been able to do that. Now, if you want to learn the exact same process that I share with students,
I gotta reload! He's hit! Head down! Stay the fuck down!
Destroyed objective Bravo. Well done.
This is actually quite simple. I'm not going to say that it's necessarily easy, but it is quite simple in the sense that what we're doing is we're working with local community banks.
Yeah, I should tell
A lot of
you
these banks you've probably never even heard of, and they actually have trouble getting the word out there about the programs because it might only be a 1 or 2 branch bank, and they don't have the big advertising.
Charge is 7 hot.
These local community banks are pretty amazing. And then also, there's the business credit scores and personal credit scores in such a way that takes you on your opportunities. And if you want to learn this exact process, step by step, students can fill out themselves. All you have to do is click the link inside this tab, go ahead and register for the masterclass. See you on the other side.
Come on, Marine. Get back here. Both objectives taken out. We control the base. Wrong way. Get back in the fight. Sector under control. Advance to the next position.
Without black experiences like these.
Lines of credit are basically maxed out. Why? Because that is supposed to be a bad sign. Now, because you have no credit, you don't want anybody. And lastly, you also make your rent payments, utility payments, and also lastly, insurance payments, for example. And by the way, it's not just those three, but whatever parents can actually use to actually give them all the information, basically the problem. All that information.
Charges are hot.
You will qualify you for a mortgage. So overall, the answer is yes. You can get a mortgage without having any credit, but you will have to go to a bank that actually does manual underwriting. Towards the end of the video, I'll tell you exactly what banks actually are. However, though, guys, I know some of you, for example, might be saying, "Look, Tommy, what if I do have credit, but I actually have some problems? I have to have a low credit score. I miss some payments, have some charged up, medical bills, things just not go my way." Well, the reality is, I get it. I understand it. And you know, there goes housing actually enable you the possibility to actually own a home, even though you might have, for example, quote unquote, bad credit. That means, for example, you can get an FHA loan, a VA loan, or for example, a USDA loan. However, though, the problem is that although this does sound very tempting and pretty good, hey, only 3.5% down with the FHA loan or 0% down with the VA loan, you know, these things are pretty good.
Take the fuck down! Take the next!
Very expensive. And that might usually people get these loans in a 30-year format. Meaning, usually, they've been paying for a very, very long time. Which means, hey, more interest,
Both objectives have been destroyed.
profits for the bank.
You know, whatever house we decide on, gotta be some shit we would want to live in for 30 years.
What is this space if you have bad credit? The answer is, let's take, for example, you have 10% or 20% down. So that way, you can basically avoid EMI insurance. Okay? Remember, pay off your debts. And then, you know, lastly, kind of makes it Now, lastly, guys, before I leave, I do want to mention something. Hey, remember, putting down these down payments will help you out a lot. Also, having a good income is going to help you out a lot. Meaning, if you have at least 2-3 years in a job, which is basically very secure, pretty awesome, that's going to help you out a lot. And lastly, having a history of your rent, utility, insurance is also going to help you out a lot. Whether you are no credit or low credit, all these things are going to help you pay. I've had bad credit for the past 2 years, but look at my payments right here. I've been paying on time for the past 2 years. I fixed my situation. It's just my credit score score is getting a lot longer to basically reflect all of my improvements, okay? Remember, a credit score is like a story. So you have to talk to that individual to actually convey exactly what just happened with you and your entire credit history story. Now, lastly, you have some banks that will work with you. For example, like Rocket Mortgage, you have Churchill Mortgage. Overall, recommendation would be, hey, just call around, rates and say, hey, do you guys actually do manual underwriting? And you usually, they'll say yes, but some big banks will say no. But the answer is, just look around, okay? You're looking for the best rate, not, for example, for the fanciest bank out there. Your best bet is not always going to be the biggest bank out there. Guys, overall, that is it for this video. I hope it helped you and kind of give you peace of mind. So, hey, you don't need to have this crazy high credit score. Anybody whatsoever to actually buy it. All you need is a job with decent income and also your pay stub, also a history of payments, and then lastly, a down payment. And you will be solid. I'll see you next time. As always, like this video, but also share the channel, hit the bell to get notified. And lastly, if you guys want to call me, well, join me on my other channel. Ask some price where I take calls. The link is down below. And the calls, by the way, are actually free. We're send me a DM on Instagram. That's my Bryson. Here is the video here. Click my face right here. And as always, see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Long term team for the win.
Uses 100% natural propellant to cheaper aerosols use air propellants. That's why Breeze works differently. Plus, it eliminates odors with a water-based formula and no dyes. For freshness you enjoy.
Get back here. Sean is Springs. Hey, Sean, how are you? Good day, thanks. Sure, what's up? Have you heard Jim and Stay the fuck down! I need to watch that one. You're pretty good. A lot of people want you to set credit to come up with someone that you can do zero credit score.
That's because Quicken Mortgage and USAA don't hire underwriters, they hire monkeys. And a monkey can make a FICO score. Credit mortgage. That not everybody does manual underwriting. It's not 100% out there. It requires more work from the mortgage company to make a loan to someone that has a zero credit score. But Churchill Mortgage, and the interest rate is exactly the same as the interest rate. No penalties on the interest rate being zero. But yeah, you can't get a loan from Quicken. By the way, I wouldn't freaking get a loan from Quicken anyway. I mean, Rocket Mortgage, give me a break. Seriously? This is your home mortgage. You're going to deal with online geeks? No. Get a traditional mortgage company that knows what the flip they're doing, that actually knows how to do underwriting, and they're not monkeys making loans. You know, you just point at the number.
If I was to ever do a mortgage again, I would follow your principles, 15 years fixed.
Yeah.
I would use Churchill Mortgage, but I want to know, can I substantiate what I'm saying to people?
By calling Churchill Mortgage, mortgage, no. Because they don't make loans that way. Not everybody makes loans on a manual underwriting process. It's more
What's the blind age?
So it's up to that particular mortgage company whether they want to get in trouble or not.
Because you don't try me. Don't try me.
Customers are numbers. They're not ever going to give you high levels of service like that.
Yes, sir, I appreciate it. I will consider Churchill Mortgage.
Easy enough. And other mortgage companies that have a full service team that know how to do what you're looking for, manual underwriting. And then you're just fine to do that.
Our objective secured. Do not be forced into retreat.
And actually, it's a dumb making a mortgage if you think about it. Because you can have a big job.
Go now, go!
You can have a big
Enemy charges have been set.
Money.
pack this shit in this motherfucker.
Convince all of them. This for 30 years.
We have to do the job.
Well, I'm sitting here making people left and right, and I'm a multi-millionaire doing the stupid stuff. People are just going to continue to go with the car.
Shout out to the island.
This.
Hold quiet here.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're having a great day so far. So in this video today,
Wait for my go.
guide to investing in the stock market as a complete beginner. Now I'm going to be doing a full table of contents down below, guys.
Yeah, that shit crazy. Look, dude, the pilot was so cold just now, bro.
For those of you who may have no idea who I am, and what this YouTube channel is here, and a couple of more details like that. However, if you are somebody who's already familiar with me and my story, and some of my investing experience,
Soldier, get back to the top of that. Where are you going?
Timestamp to skip ahead to the beginning of the presentation here because I have a ton of information prepared for this video. Also, guys, I know this one is going to be a very long video here, potentially one of my longest videos to date. So I would highly recommend distractions around you, and also just bookmark this video just in case you lose track of it or need to come back to it at a later date. Also, a real handy tip here for you, if you're watching this video and then you have to stop, what you can do is comment down below the timestamp where you left off in the video, and then when you come back to it a few days later, you can just do a Control-F search for your name, and that will allow you to stop everything. If you want to stop and come back to this video, as the video anyways, guys, that's it. Investing in the stock market. So essentially, I started this YouTube channel back in 2016, dedicated towards documenting my successes and failures with the stock market. And I invested pretty heavily during the pandemic as well in 2020. I've documented the growth of my dividend portfolio to the point where that is now around $185,000 there. And so I have a lot of money invested in stocks. I have a lot invested in real estate as well as businesses too. And I am 26 years old as well. So I am somebody who's been able to accelerate my wealth a lot through participation in the stock market and real estate and different avenues. But by far, the stock market has been massive in terms of how it has helped me to be successful and substantially grow my net worth early on in my 20s. Now, what I always like to do too for videos like this is just kind of grab a couple of my estimates that I've made, just so you know that I'm not someone who's blowing smoke. And I also want to make sure you're clear too that my strategy of investing is a more long-term strategy. I don't do swing trading, forex, anything like that. I make long-term stocks, dividend payers, and I typically own stocks for at minimum 1 year or more, which is generally what most experts would recommend, especially for tax reasons and things like that. But we're going to get into more of that later on in this video. But earlier on in 2016, back when I started out my investing career, one of my first picks ever around $67 a share was a company called AMD, or Advanced Micro Discs. Unfortunately, I did not hold this entire duration. I was way earlier on, but I ended up buying AMD
$6 a share. That stock's almost $100 per share now. I did really well this year with
Hostiles have sent explosive charges.
I bought into Jets right after Warren Buffett sold Canadian Airlines ETF. We'll explain what that means shortly.
Go back, soldiers. You're leaving the combat area.
So the main thing that I tend to do with investing is I like to look for unjustified levels of pessimism in the market, and that is something that comes from the teachings of Warren Buffett and Benjamin Graham in terms of just looking for an area of the economy where people are just selling the stock and getting out of it. So I tend to look for those types of investments.
Forces are taking out ground objectives. Hostiles are suffering heavy losses. Their reserves are low.
So, like I said, I've got a couple hundred grand in the stock market. I've made hundreds of thousands through investing, whether it be real estate stocks, etc. And I've also used to be in the business of products. At this point, I'm really out of that business. I actually used to sell a course on investing in the stock market, and I've had people make millions of dollars having gone through that course. It was not an expensive one, and it's also all information from that course I've actually repurposed for this video. So I didn't really like the business model of selling courses. When I started doing this many years ago, it was not nearly as slimy as it is now. So I actually started selling a course on investing back in 2017. And so this year I made the decision to pull that course and just kind of get out of that business with stock market trading, just because charging people for stock information has become more and more sneaky in recent years based on the type of person doing this. So I prefer to just offer free information instead. So I went through the whole thing. Basically reduced it by about 60-70%. So I would sell my investments anymore. If you are somebody out there who did buy it, understand you still get almost all of the information in that course yourself. So this is going to be like a highlight version of that course just to provide free value for you guys. And also, just to be fully transparent with you guys, I am not a financial advisor. This here is financial advice. Your diligence and your research that's really getting it out there. All this
We must fall back. All objectives have been destroyed.
You're always going to want to get other information from other sources as well out there. And also, guys, there's no pitch, no sponsor, none of that. No plug here, guys, in this video. It's just straight value. And if you really want to get value from this video together, I can put a link down below.
Hostiles are advancing.
Freestyle promotions. And I'm going to update that every single month. So if you are brand new to investing and you want to,
What dessert did you do? I know you got
you want to get some money in this process and get free stocks,
Oh, can you give me my
or potential value.
Starbucks out to be please?
That page. But in terms of the description itself here, guys, no sponsors, no courses, nothing like that. Just here to provide you with straight value. So more on that later, guys. We'll talk more about that free stock resource later on. For now, let's just get locked in here, give a bit more background on myself, and I want to start off by talking about the basics of investing in the stock market as a complete beginner in 2021 or years going forward. So first of all, let's cover what is a stock. Well, a stock is actually and unfortunately, this definition is sort of lost when people are trading stocks back and
I advise you to return immediately, soldier.
Place trades and buy and sell shares of these companies at the snap of a finger. But even though people do transact stocks and trade them left and right, it is still a small piece of fractional ownership of a real company. Now, what's important to understand here is that when you become an owner of a company, you are responsible for when the company does well, but also when the company does not do well. So when you are a shareholder and you own a share of the company, you're also holding a portion of the company's assets and liabilities because you have a fractional piece of ownership even though it's probably 1/10,000% or whatever it may be. But it's just important to understand this, that you own a real business and a real company as a shareholder, and you have a portion of the company's assets as well as their liabilities. Now, in terms of how much of that company you own, the ownership stake is relative to the number of shares owned versus shares outstanding. And shares outstanding just means the total number of shares out there of this given stock. So if there are 10,000 shares and you have 1,000 shares, you would obviously own 10% of that company. And then another important thing to understand is that depending on the type of offering, many stocks out that you can purchase come with something called building rights, which allows you to vote in company decisions. And this makes a lot of sense. The more shares you own, the more power your vote has. Think of it this way, it's pretty much like every one share you have allows you to cast one vote. So if you have one share and someone else has 10,000, they're going to have a larger say in the decision that company makes.
Hostiles have destroyed Alpha
objectives, and that's an important thing to consider before making an initial investment in a publicly traded company. So to understand the purpose or why people buy shares themselves, typically to preserve their wealth or build their wealth through the stock market by participating in ownership of a real company. If we turn the table here and look at the company itself, why do some companies offer shares publicly while others do not? What is the purpose of shares and why do they exist? Well, essentially, companies offer shares as a means to raise capital or raise money for ongoing operations of the business, or maybe they're looking to do an acquisition or a merger. But essentially, offering shares is one of these tools that a company has in their toolbox as a method for raising capital from investors out there. However, there are many other ways that companies raise money all the time. And that is typically by borrowing it from a bank or issuing bonds. And so, probably not the most interesting thing in the world, but since we're starting off at the basics, guys, we're going to get a clear distinction between the difference between a shareholder and a bondholder, okay? So essentially, a bond is a debt obligation where you're essentially loaning some entity a set amount of money, and the terms are spelled out on the bond, and you're getting some amount back. So based on the creditworthiness of the bond issuer, there's going to be a set amount of payment that you earn from that bond. Some are fixed and some are variable. But the big difference here is that as a shareholder, you're an owner of the company. As a bondholder, you are basically just holding debt for them, and you are a debt obligation that that company has. So bondholders receive interest on the principal loan. However, one of the most important things to understand between bondholders versus shareholders is that bondholders take priority during bankruptcy filing. So if the company goes insolvent here and they go under and then there's a liquidation, bondholders are going to get paid back first before shareholders, because that is considered a debt obligation, and debts have to be paid back before any owners of the company actually get paid. Shareholders are last for distribution of remaining assets, and there's even something called preferred stock versus common stock, which means that, common shareholders or common stockholders are lowest on that list to receive money. So unfortunately, typically in the stock market, if a company does in fact go bankrupt or go belly up, oftentimes shareholders, unless they sell their shares in the 11th hour, they end up with nothing after all the assets are sold off and the debts are paid back. So here's a few more pointers here about bonds versus stocks. So first, let's cover bond.
Enemy charges are on!
When it comes to advertising online, there's ads from private landing pages without the offer, and then they wonder why their hair's going 50 shades of grey from dealing with the never-ending shitstorm of rising ad costs, hair conversion rates, and feast one month and a famine the next. That performances in the world.
He's just an absolute weapon when it comes to getting clients.
So how did I go from cold calling strangers just to finding clients to building the 17th fastest growing company in the country and having a wait list?
I am reloading.
Selling system
The enemy is on the perimeter. Do not let them through.
way to turn complete strangers into high-paying clients like clockwork at a wild scale. And it's working better than anything else. How do I know? Because it's not just me. Thousands of people have copied and pasted my system with as many clients as they can possibly have. Take Rap. He used this system on his coaching business and working out the back of Trent's yoga studio, barely making even $20K per month to now doing $100,000 per month. Or what about Michael and Diane who copied and pasted this system for their professional services business and went from doing $300K per month to over $2 million per month? Or what about them using on their digital presentation per sales in just 3 months? Because this system is responsible for generating almost $1.33 billion in sales. That's billion with a B in over 416 different industries and niches. And I've found that no matter what you're selling or to whom you're selling it to, that there is a universal formula to predictably and consistently turn complete strangers into high-paying clients like clockwork. And Christmas must have come early this year because I have some good news. I've just detailed this new and unique egg-based selling system in my brand new book, Sell Like Crazy. Shut up for being ranked 90,000 eBay release to an
Soldier, get back to the combat area. Where are you going?
in 10 minutes flat. It retails $24.95 plus $13 shipping and handling on Amazon. But today, I want to send you a copy for free. Look, I'll pay for the book. All I ask
Hostiles have
is
set
help me out
explosive
with
charges.
shipping and handling. And I'll send this puppy anywhere.
They're targeting our final objective. Stop the attack now!
Loan or for a mortgage, they will allow at least 20% to be the value of the land. I've done that several times. I did that. I bought a 6,500 square foot home. I bought the acre plot for $7,500.
Hostile explosives neutralized.
And I told that was super amazing. I just was flying for that. Finance it and I could be used. I did that. It was a big thing because I was able to get a mortgage by having the person who sold it the lot to coordinate with me the land to use as a down payment, and then I agreed to pay that interest for whatever refinance.
Grab your vehicle down!
Less than 5 minutes. And again, it was free and clear.
Enemy charges are hard!
Because they had inherited several $1 million.
And your support package, call for deployment. Bravo objective has been destroyed by the enemy.
$50,000 home, and this was, again, not 15, 20 years ago. That'd be $1 million, $2 million, $3 million today. I could have bought it in less than 5 minutes with no money down, no credit. There are several ways.
Or trying to play session niggas in the center.
You can lease or rent.
Come back, soldier. You're leaving the combat area.
And yes, I had the option to buy it for the then.
Wow, I was too high. I could have
The seller is in financial duress, and the house is not worth more than what they owe. There's a lot of times where people are upside down in their house, and they owe as much as the house is worth.
I'd like to do this immediately, soldier.
To lock in lease and rent it with an option to buy and then buy it. And
end up you making rent or lease payments instead of just going down the drain because you're sort of paying the down payment or building it up and using a big increase in the home's value for 2 or 3 years to get it with the home down. So folks, I could give you many, many other stories. Sometimes I get a seller or a contractor. I simply take over their existing mortgage, subject to mortgage, them taking contract until I refinance 3 or 4 years ago. It doesn't mean you don't have money. It means you're not tying up your money in an unnecessary down payment on your property. You're using creative means to satisfy the down payment or to be able to pull out the money as you lease or rent an option to buy. There's all kinds of ways to do this. So folks, if this is a tool you want to know how to accumulate your money on a tax-favored basis and be able to access it like many real estate investors do, they use my favorite vehicle, and it's called the Laser Fund. And so I'll gift you a copy of this 300-page book. If you go to Laser...
Throwing grenade! Enemy down! Changing magazines!
Introducing Stocks by the Slice from Fidelity. Now you can trade stocks and ETFs for any amount you choose.
Soldier, get back to the combat area. Where are you going? Enemy charges have been set.
If you're not back at your desk in 10 minutes, you're fired. Did you guys ever dream about winning?
God, I wish we could. We have failed to defend our objectives. We've lost in this battle.
Can we turn the
You
fan?
can get our weekends back.
Can we turn the fan?
Did I turn it on?
Can I turn it?
Let's quit.
fucking condo in there, man. Don't even got it. It could be cheaper than that. I'm not even gonna lie. This shit going down. So pretty much buying a fucking condo. Look.